Hey guys, let's talk about the top 5 resume tips that you need to know before submitting your next job application. All right, first things first, formatting. There are a million bajillion resume templates that you can choose out there. They are not all created equal. What you really want to focus on first and foremost is making sure that the format of your resume is top tier. No recruiter or sourcer should ever have to search for your name, your contact information, your email address, your phone number. They shouldn't have to search for what the title of your position is or what company you worked for or how long you were in that position. Those things should be laid out clearly and easy to find. An objective is also something that you can incorporate into your resume. I typically recommend it for like career transitions or if you need to make something very clear at the top of your resume. So for instance, if a job is requesting 5+ years of experience or 20+ years of experience in a role, it wouldn't hurt to go ahead and add that right to the top of your resume in an objective or a summary Never
format.
more than 2 to 3 sentences. You don't want to write a novel up there, but just to make the obvious clear. The next step that you want to take is to tailor your resume for each job that you applied to. Now, hear me out. I know that might seem a little tedious, might be a little bit annoying, but let me explain why you want to do something like that. All of the people that are looking at your resumes may be called a recruiter, may be called a sourcer, but they are looking at hundreds, if not thousands of resumes for this one opening that they have available. So you don't want to make it hard for them to understand if your skill set is aligned or not. So it's best for you to read through the responsibilities. They'll likely be listed on any job posting that you'll see. And you want to make sure that you actually tailor the specifics listed on your resume to that job description. This is definitely one of the more challenging things. Some people find a lot of anxiety around finding the right verbiage, trying to figure out the right way to say that you've done this very robust job, right? But don't worry, I got you. Step 3, a little something I like to call copy and paraphrase. Here's an easy way to tackle this step. Find 2 to 3 job descriptions for the job title that you're applying for. You can look on Google, you can look on Indeed.com, you can look on Glassdoor, right? We're going to work smarter, not harder, all right? We don't need to reinvent the wheel. The company requesting this job, they've already explained what they need. And if you've done those particular things, you can go ahead and borrow some of that verbiage from the postings, all right? The key here is to put it in your own words. Don't just copy and paste what's listed here. If you see a skill that's listed and you like the way they said it a little better than you, go ahead and bust out those paraphrasing skills from 10th, 11th grade. I know I wasn't the only one, okay? Paraphrase it in your own words and make sure that your resume stands out. Pay attention to those kind of buzzwords, the keywords that you think are really most important, which should be easier to understand if you have already effectively accomplished that skill. Step 4 is to check for minimum qualifications, just like you see here, okay? Most jobs, especially with tech companies, will have their minimum qualifications listed, or it may be listed as must-haves or something that is absolutely necessary in order for you to be successful in this role. Always check for minimum qualifications on a job description. A little bit about these here. These are what you absolutely need at a baseline in order to be successful in a role. They're looking to see if you meet not 1, not 2, not 3, but every single last one of these minimum qualifications. If you miss even one of them, if it's not clearly spelled out on your resume, that's a really easy way to weed out a resume to whether or not it's going to fit the position or not. So make sure that you have it clearly spelled out on your resume what those minimum qualifications are. If they're asking for a minimum number of years, if they ask for 10 and you have 9, they're going to drop you like a bad habit, okay? Step 5 is following up after submission, okay? With each position that you apply to, you definitely want to take the time to reach out to the person who's actually recruited or posted the role, like you see here. The key here is not to be annoying, all right? You don't want to be a bugaboo. Nobody likes a bugaboo. So if you have, reach out to the person, drop them a couple lines that you've applied for the role. Reach out to any connections that you have at that company. The specific thing that you want from someone that works at the company is to connect you with the hiring manager for that position, put in a good word for you, or connect you with the recruiter for the role. And put in a good word for you there. So you can go ahead and talk up your skill set. They could definitely put in a good word for you, make you look super duper good. So definitely take the time to complete step 5. As annoying as it may be, it can really go a long way.